Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Misericordia men's soccer. Chuck Edkins joining us on the phone. And Chuck, congratulations. Your team made it to the NCAA tournament.
Yes, thank you very much. We're very excited.
Well, tell us about this year, how things went. Another pretty good season for your team. A lot of close games, as always. And tell us why you think the NCAA committee decided that, hey, Misericordia University deserves a shot.
Yeah, I think that part of our play down the stretch really made a difference. And there were some key wins against teams that had been ranked in our region or are also in the tournament. A big win on the road at Eastern Conference match earlier in the year, to get that win as they were a ranked opponent. And then at the end of October, our non-conference win at Susquehanna. Susquehanna received an automatic bid to their tournament by defeating Juniata on Saturday. That win over them allowed us the edge, I believe, to earn the right. Again, we have a good history and a good tradition with the NCAA in terms of the number of championship appearances we've had just in the past 5 years. So I think that, along with the record that we put forward and a couple key wins, really turned the committee's head into our favor. So that was great.
A year of 13-5-1 for Chuck Edkins out there at Misericordia University and the soccer program, and now you're going to move on. Tell us about the championship game with Kings.
Yes, great match. Played very well by both sides. Boy, we really had some great chances early on. Probably 5 or 6 tremendous chances in the first 15 minutes, and I credit their team defending action and their goalkeeper for really stepping up and keeping us out of the net. Couple opportunities of shot, bang, save, and I thought we really kept our composure, kept putting pressure on them, and unfortunately, we just did not get the goal in regulation. And when it comes down to PKs, anything can happen. And Kings made the most of their opportunities, and their keeper made 2 saves, and that was the difference. And they moved on to win the conference championship. And we had to play the waiting game and hope that our body of work throughout the year impressed the committee enough to make us one of the 61 teams. And lo and behold, here we are. So we're feeling good about the fact that we get to continue to play in the month of November.
Chuck Edkins here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk about your offensive scoring power, and one guy in particular, Nick Von Egypt. He knows how to hit the back of the twine.
Yes, he's been playing very well for us. The good thing is he's a young man who figures out a way to score goals, has a good nose for the goal, and does a great job of finishing off what his teammates provide for him. Gives us good work rate, good depth, but boy, he really has a nose for the goal. And a lot of his goals are directly the result of good, solid team play, and he's on the back end to finish that. And his composure and ability to put the ball in the back of the net obviously is a key reason why we're moving forward, that's for sure.
What's it like for you, Misericordia University, 23 seasons, your son is playing at Misericordia. What's it like for you to share that family, closeness on the field and off the field? That's got to be a little extra special.
Yes, it is. Well, the good thing is he's living on campus, so we don't have 24/7 of each other, which is a good thing. Helps him to develop and enjoy the college experience. But early on, he and I had to work through some of those challenges, the perception of father-son versus player-coach. And I think that Christopher did a good job of really coming into his own and earning the respect of his teammates, and our players understand that it is a coach-player relationship through and through. I've been very proud of him in terms of how he's handled it, and quite honestly, I've been very impressed with our team. You never know what kind of reaction you're going to get, but obviously he was part of the recruiting process and went through it just like any of our other student athletes within our program. And it was the right fit. He's in our doctorate of physical therapy program. That was the right fit for him as well. But I think our players have done a good job, and he has done a good job of really meshing well with them. I think it's been a great fit. I'm pleased with it, as I'm pleased with the real chemistry that this team has, and to be able to be a part of it is pretty special, no question.
Well, Chuck, let's talk about the next opponent for you. It's Montclair State. You guys are going to be playing out there in Pittsburgh. Tell us what you know about Montclair State.
Well, we know that they're one of the top teams in the tournament. No question about it. They've had a tremendous year. They play in the New Jersey Athletic Conference, and that is a very strong conference, physical group of players, talented group of players. But I think the one thing that has helped us has been our strength of schedule. We were one of the top strength of schedule teams in our region. Another reason why the NCAA committee looked at us. And we've played some very good programs this year, teams that are in the tournament, teams within our conference. And obviously one of the separating teams that we played this year was Messiah. And as a defending national champion and several-time national champion, our kids to go to Messiah and compete the way that they did, very hard, solid, strong match. I really think that they understand that, you know what, it doesn't get much better than Messiah, and they know that Montclair is going to be very, very good. But I think they're prepared mentally to handle the type of pressure that the NCAA tournament brings, and the type of pressure that I think a school that Montclair brings. This is no easy task by any stretch. They're well coached, and they're a very good soccer program. But I believe that our guys are prepared to meet that challenge, and they understand it's a one-game season. It's one match at a time. This is not the national championship game. This is a game to advance, and then the field dwindles, and then you try to advance again. So I think they're excited about the challenge. They respect the opponent, and they're excited to be part of this experience once again.
Chuck Edkins here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Chuck, you had that 4-0 loss to Dickinson. You go down 3-0 to Messiah. But maybe that, as you mentioned, you played with them with the confidence builder. Since then, a couple of losses, but only by a goal. So, this team, quote-unquote, peaking at the right time and playing very well, as you had mentioned, down the stretch, key opponents and playing teams. And you guys have grown to this point to, hey, maybe you do have a chance this weekend.
Well, that's exactly right, and that's the belief that our kids need to go into it. The Dickinson match, when we spoke about that, and they're obviously a very good soccer team as well, but we didn't perform that day. We didn't perform with an effort, and we didn't perform as a talented group. And we talked to our guys. It was probably one of the most disappointing undertakings we had in my 23 years, and they knew that, and they wanted to rebound from that. The Messiah match, I thought we played very well. They were at another level that day, and you can't make mistakes against teams like that, and we made a couple mistakes, and obviously they capitalized. But I think our players came away realizing, look, we can play with these guys, and we belong on the field with these guys. We just need to make sure that we take care of business and do what we do well. And not make some silly mistakes. And obviously playing those games in September and now through the conference in October and now going to November is, I think we've matured a bit as a group. It's still a fairly young group overall, and I think they've really stepped up and matured throughout the month of October and now into November.
Well, Chuck Edkins, he's pretty much done it all at Misericordia University. 13 years as a baseball coach there, and did a great job with that, and of course with the soccer program, and he do some other things as well, Chuck. So really doing some great stuff. Nice to see your son with you and playing soccer at Misericordia. You guys sharing that success together as you have for many years at Misericordia. Had a lot of success there. We're rooting for you. Wish you the best of luck this weekend.
Great, John. Thank you. Thank you very much, and thanks for having me.